Okay, sorry about that. I thought my computer was plugged in. But so then there's all kinds of violations there. I mean, these courts and Hennepin Court is just as corrupt. This is Ridgedale Court. It's all Hennepin County. They're completely corrupt. You can't trust the court administration either. So then after that, um, they said that she convicted me anyways because I wasn't present. And not only not she convicted me of the break charge too that I thought that the first hearing officer dismissed. So this is a completely crooked judge that I want to expose tonight, Judge Jamie Anderson, Richfield. I mean, you can't be more corrupt, I don't think, than that. That's about as corrupt as it gets, Judge Anderson. So then I got something in the mail that I have to pay $168, whatever, and that I sent off. I said I'm not going to pay this. I'm going to try to appeal it. Or so the one attorney at Ridgedale that was nice, basically told me this is a civil rights violation. For first of all, second of all, and I'm going to file a civil rights complaint against this whole, all of them, the court administrator, the judge, the police, all of them. So then I filed a motion to dismiss, and I filed it within enough time, before I had to pay the fine. Okay, I sent it off, so it was within enough time that they would receive it before I had to pay the fine. Okay, and so she lies to me today. Her name is Rachel, and she said we never received that. We never received it. She received it, and she didn't upload it, and they never uploaded it and put it in the system. And so I could have gotten pulled over at any time because I hadn't paid a ticket. So she completely violated my rights again. The item was delivered. I had a tracking number on there because, of course, I know you can't trust the courts. So Rachel Rachel is completely committing crimes against humanity against me and human rights violations, civil rights violations. It was delivered, but I mean, it's weird. It's like it didn't. I had it. Sent to Ridgedale Court administrator, and then and I filled out the motion to dismiss request. Had to have the citation number and all this stuff in it, and then I had to send a copy to the prosecutor office, which I did, and yeah. And so the prosecutor office in Burnsville, I've talked about them before. They're completely in cahoots with Hennepin County. They're committing complete crimes against humanity and treason against everybody. They're completely corrupt prosecutor office. I had an issue years ago with them, and they were the one. I forgot their name already. Oh yeah, Campbell Knutson. They're about as corrupt gets. They years ago I had an issue with the same prosecutor office, and I had been granted a continuance for a court date, some minor one. I was pulled over so many times I can't even remember what it was now. But I had been granted a continuance. I had gotten a voicemail right on my phone that I had been granted the continuance, and then the very next day I got pulled over. I got arrested in Hastings, Minnesota, because this corrupt prosecutor office didn't put it in the system like they were. So the police thought that I missed a court date. Okay, so Campbell Knutson, as far as I'm concerned, everybody there needs to be charged with crimes against humanity. So I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I sent it to the court, and it says that it was picked up by an agent. What, like a CIA agent? I think they're all CIA. I believe that the CIA has infiltrated the courts, all government offices, I believe. And so, this is what I've been saying for years. We've been infiltrated. We have been infiltrated. So this is really weird. This is what it said in the USPS tracking, is that it was delivered on July 29th, picked up by an agent in Hopkins. Okay, I don't know what this is about. This is the tracking number that I sent to the Ridgedale Court. Well, I mean, I sent it to the Ridgedale court. I have no idea why it was delivered and picked up in Hopkins. But they're so shady. You don't know what they're doing. But it was delivered, and then they should have immediately uploaded it into the court system, so I wouldn't get pulled over because I had filed inappropriate paperwork that I needed to file to request a motion to dismiss, and I have every right to do that. You can request a motion to dismiss, and then and the reason why I wasn't provided the court date. So what are you gonna do? So then she has a court date without me, without providing me time at all to get to the court. Oh, but that's legal, right? I mean, I think these judges are the criminals. These police are the criminals. These court administrators are the criminals. We've been infiltrated, every government office, and then today I notice on my bank account I still haven't gotten this refund from Best Buy. If you remember, like I was having issues with those earbuds, those Apple earbuds, AirPods, and it turned out to be the cord, but I had gone into Best Buy to try to get a new plug. That's what the Best Buy, the Geek Squad recommended, so I bought a new plug, but then when I realized it was the cord, I returned this other plug. Okay, so that was October 4th. October 4th, I returned this, and I still haven't gotten the refund for, it's not a large amount, but it's $16.33, and it was supposed to be refunded in, 7 days, and I never got the refund. And then I went to Best Buy, and he said, I've talked to Don, and he said, Dan, the manager, and he said, well, it said in his system that it was already refunded, so he couldn't give me the money there. So there's something going on there with fraud. My bank account is trying to fraud me out of getting this refund of $16.33. I'm in I constantly have to be on top of my bank, these police, these judges, these, and then I talked about the fusion centers, and I think I'm the most harassed person on the planet. I mean, next to Trump. I see what he was going through now because, I'm exposing, I guess, the same people that he was trying to expose, the deep state. And I have a lot of evidence, and I was a whistleblower, and he knew who I was. I was, aware of a lot of things, and I guess I'm just a big threat. But this is what I'm sure he was going through all the time too. It's the deep state is everywhere. They've infiltrated everything, and he couldn't even believe it. So I talked about this fusion center, and I want to give you an example of how, okay, I believe that this is a call center over there in St. Paul, and there's one in every state. And so I had this fraud thing happen on my bank account, a couple fraud incidences. So I had requested a new card, put a stop payment, and so LA Fitness couldn't charge the card. And I literally, what's the big deal? I can just go in there and physically pay. But I think I received 4 phone calls now, and they're all from these various different numbers. One is from California. This is what the fusion centers can do. They can call you from they can make it look like any zip code. Okay, they can make it look like any zip code. So this is the one from a 626 number. They're like it's harassment. It's harassment. This is what the fusion centers.
The reason I call today is because it does look like the last card on file wasn't able to process your monthly payment. If you happen to change cards or banks by any chance, please go ahead and return me this phone call. That way I'm able to remove your late fees for you today. Besides that, have a good one tonight.
Yeah. And then I got one from Chicago. Same thing. It's like, don't they communicate? See, it's like harassment. They put you on a list, and these fusion center people call you.
Lisa, in 2134
this is a Chicago number. And then I got an email on top of it, a nasty email saying, you have to call us back or we're going to charge you a $25 fee. And then I talked to LA Fitness yesterday, and they said that must have been a spam, because we don't ever charge $25 fee. We might charge $5 fee if it's late. And so then I had gotten, so this is all stuff that the fusion centers can do. The fusion centers are the ones who are the ones frauding people out of money and scamming people. I believe that all those people at that building in St. Paul, I believe they are all CIA, and they can make these telephone numbers. They can ping my calls different places, so they goes there instead of real customer service. And then they pretend to be customer service, and then they can call you from various different numbers, so you never know where they are. And so the fusion centers are in every state. So the Chicago one might have been Chicago Fusion Center. But I personally believe that everybody that works at that fusion building in St. Paul, I think they're all CIA or Masons. I believe that all of these scam calls and all these scams that people have been scammed, the elderly, different things like that. There's a good movie called The Beekeeper with Jason Statham that kind of talks about it's like a story of kind of similar, where this older lady gets some kind of something on her computer, saying a virus has infected her computer, and then it's this telephone number, and it turns out to be one of these centers. In the movie it looked like a center like that. It was some kind of center they were working, and that's what they did, is they frauded elderly people, and they infected their computer with a virus, and then they'd be on the phone with them, and they said, ma'am, we're going to need your password to get back in and help you with this and stuff like that. And as soon as she gave them the password to get in or whatever, they wiped out all of her bank account. And so it was a good movie about that. It's called The Beekeeper. And this guy, I mean, he was a beekeeper staying on her property, and she's this really nice older woman, and she got completely scammed, and he was super pissed. And so anyway, but it was a similar looking operation, like a call center, and that's what they did. They were literally like making money full-time scamming people. These are sick people, these CIA people, and they're not even supposed to be operating on U.S. soil. Okay, so remember that part. That's treason right there. They are only supposed to be operating with national security threats. This is part of the deep state, part of the CIA, and it's all 100% illegal, and it's 100% treason. So I think that whole place just needs to be shut down. I believe they're all CIA, getting all these weird, phone calls from different numbers, and I've had this before. And then since I had this fraud on my account, Navy Federal, I requested a new card in the mail, and because I can't use my card right now. And now this has gone on for like 3 days, and they were supposed to overnight my new card. Normally it's like a 1-day overnight to give me a new card, and I've been waiting now for 3 days. I was supposed to get a FedEx tracking number. I talked to them earlier today, and I was supposed to receive a FedEx tracking number. I was on the phone with them earlier today. Okay. Navy Federal, for 30 minutes today, this is, she was supposed to email me the tracking number for the card, the new card, and she did not. I did not. So I still haven't been waiting for like 3 days for a new card to be sent out to me. I said, how do I even know that you're the real Navy Federal? How do we know you're not a fusion center? They're so shady. I think they're bouncing my calls to this place in St. Paul. I don't believe they're even real. I'm watching their every move, and I'm holding them accountable. That's why I'm doing these videos. You have to be super vigilant right now, and so I can't order certain things that I need to order and get gas and different things like that because I haven't gotten a new card. So Navy Federal Credit Union needs to send me a new card and overnight it because I've been waiting 3 days and they aren't doing this. So I have to call them and record the phone call and hold them accountable and make them send me a new card like they're supposed to do. I had legitimate fraud on my account. My card is disabled, so you have to send me a new card. You know, it's a normal transaction. Okay, so I'm gonna have to now call them back and try to record that phone call and try to get some updates there. But I mean, I literally am going through living hell all the time, and this is why these people need to be arrested. They need to be arrested for crimes against humanity and treason because it is, okay.